Hello everyone, I'm Brazen Eagle, and thank you for joining me here. So, this article is a week old at this point, but from Yahoo Lifestyle, expelled Columbia journalism student accused of rape sues university over anti-male bias by Christine Solomon, published on May 15th, 2019. So this is a picture of Ben, what do you call him, Feibelman, who's one of at least two male students to sue Columbia University in recent years after fellow students accused them of rape. A former Columbia journalism student who was accused of rape is suing the university for expelling him and succumbing to anti-male gender bias, according to a new lawsuit. Ben Feibelman filed a suit against the university on Monday in Manhattan federal court, claims school authorities grievously mishandled an October 2016 case incident in which a female acquaintance accused him of sexual assault while he was attending the Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism. So he was a graduate student, According to Feibelman, the unidentified victim, a fellow Columbia student, was actually the aggressor, begging him for sex and then forcing herself on him, the New York Post reported. He said he met the woman at an event, and she struck up an hours-long flirtation with him. He alleges they went to a water tower atop an apartment building where they kissed, and the woman began to pull Feibelman's face into her breasts. They made their way to the female student's room for more kissing, he claimed, but that's where Feibelman's consent ended. The woman began begging him for sex, saying, "Please, because I can't let you go without it," according to the suit. Feibelman claims she then forcibly tried to perform oral sex on him despite the fact that he had clearly refused. He even cited the woman's boyfriend as one reason he didn't want to fool around with her. Wow. Angered by his rejection, the female student allegedly berated Feibelman for half an hour, and she even bit him. The New York Post posted or reported. So she assaulted him, literally by biting him. At some point, Feibelman apparently suspected that he'd be accused of sexual misconduct, so he was thinking here. He's not completely stupid. According to the New York Post, so he used his phone to begin taping their encounter in her room. He was at least smart enough to know that something might not go right here. When the woman leveled accusations against him, Feibelman was able to turn over the 30-minute recording to university investigators, which was a terrible idea. Don't go to the university investigators, go to the actual city police. But the evidence was not enough to appease investigators, who also felt that the woman was too drunk to even consent to sex. She's berating him for sex. What? Columbia is holding Feibelman responsible for sexual assault, expelling him, and withholding his degree even though he technically graduated. Wow. More than 2 years later, Feibelman maintains that the accusations are false. Well, they are, apparently. Ben simply did not want to have sexual intercourse with her, the suit says. The suit goes on to suggest an explanation for Columbia University's reaction to the situation, too. It says the Ivy League school succumbed to pressure from anti-male, female protectionists, gender biases permeating Columbia's disciplinary process. As an example, the suit references the case of Emma Solkovitz, another Columbia student who's accused a classmate Paul Nungesser of rape in 2013. At least we know the accuser's name in that case. Nungesser went on to sue the school twice and lost both times. Wow. Solkovitz became known as Mattress Girl for carrying a mattress around Columbia's campus and to a graduation ceremony in protest of the school's decision not to discipline Nungesser. Feibelman's attorney, Kimberly Lau, provided a statement to Yahoo Lifestyle on the case. Columbia University grievously mishandled this case. Columbia discriminated against Mr. Feibelman on the basis of his gender in violation of Title IX. Please, can we get rid of Title IX? The events of the evening in question and Columbia's numerous missteps are clearly detailed in our lawsuit. Mr. Feibelman did not violate Columbia's gender-based misconduct policies. In fact, Columbia acknowledged that she begged him for sex, he refused, and no sex occurred. Yet Columbia continues to withhold his degree despite the fact that he has met all the requirements for its conferral. And, of course, Yahoo Lifestyle has reached out to Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism for comment on the case. Even if you want to go back to school and be a graduate student for whatever major you have, you can still get screwed over. Of course, this is an Ivy League school, so they're definitely going to try to find a way to screw over men. So, Ben Feibelman, I doubt he's ever going to listen to this, but his name has been plastered all over the internet. He will forever be known as a person who has the words rape and sexual assault surrounding him for the rest of his life, even after he dies. If you look up Ben Feibelman, I'm sure you'll find this article, other articles like this, and those words such as rape that, of course, were falsely accused to him. If he applies for a job, or if he already has applied for a job, the employer will find out that he was accused of rape. And you know what? If I'm an employer and I'm looking at potential employees and in their history, if they're accused of rape, the R word is so powerful that you just throw out the resume. I mean, you have to. It's it's just an unfortunate part of life, that you supposedly want your business as clean as possible to avoid any controversy and stuff like that. Just looking out for the business is just looking out for itself. Now, Ben Feibelman, he'll probably never be able to have a good, steady job now, especially if you're in journalism. Ooh. But regardless of whether he's in journalism or not, because of this case, his employment options are extremely limited. And even though he graduated as probably a graduate student of Columbia University, he was still expelled and is still withholding his degree despite him graduating, which I think is complete crap. After you spent all that money, all that time, and all that effort getting your degree just for the stupid school to say, nah, we're going to hold it. I think that is probably a bit too much. But then again, this article should have never happened. And this is all because a woman lied. Just accuse any man of rape, sexual assault, anything like that, and you will, have all sorts of money showered and attention showered on you, and people won't even know your name. We don't even know her name, of course, and it should be plastered all over the internet instead of Ben Feibelman. Ben Feibelman is the victim here. She is the aggressor. There should be a registry of women who falsely accuse men of sexual assault or rape. There should be. There has to be. We have to create something like this so that we know that when we interact with several women or any woman, we can look her up on this registry and to see if she has falsely accused someone of rape or sexual misconduct. That would help protect men to a degree to try to avoid people. Hell, it could be like a registry that could be an app on your phone just to quickly look up if this person has a history of falsely accusing men of rape or sexual misconduct. I think that would be a great idea. And if anything, Columbia University, in this case, should be sued into the ground for this type of crap. But you know what? You know what's special about this? It's okay to be anti-male. It's really okay. It's not like men will do anything about this, right? Oh, you accuse this one guy, of rape. It's okay. Men won't rise up someday and take him out, right? That will never happen. Men will just continue to take a beating time after time, and they won't do a single thing. They won't walk away from women. Of course not. They will continue to mentor women all the time. Or reality says otherwise. But you know what? This story is just another tale of why women are being avoided by men. Men are just walking away. Having a woman around is just a potential time bomb for every single man out there. I don't care what job you're in, or if you're still in school or anything like that. If you have a female around that's at least like 14, she has a potential to accuse you of sexual assault, rape, or anything like that to destroy your life. It happens. We've had stories in high school where male teachers have been falsely accused of sexual assault and rape, and their lives have been destroyed, all the way to a man in Logan, Utah, who was falsely accused of sexually assaulting a girl, and then her brother killed the falsely accused sexual assaulter. You just don't know if you'll be sexually accused or falsely accused of any misdoings. This happened. This even happened in 2016, 3 years ago. And at least out of everything that has happened, people, especially men, are so slowly waking up to the reality of our current social system, social expectations, and interactions. You know, if you take anything away from this, my advice is this: avoid women at all costs. That's what I do. I don't interact with them, don't even acknowledge their presence unless you absolutely have to, and keep interactions at a minimum. If you're at a job that requires you to be in contact with females, act as if nothing is wrong. Now, act like a normie, but continue to minimize interactions. Now, he didn't understand, well, maybe Ben did understand, but being on a campus, especially an Ivy League campus, the odds of you getting any sort of justice is extremely slim. Basically none, probably. I would argue that any justice for a male, probably even a white male, is very slim to none. Because universities are just propaganda machines at this point. Unfortunately, though, these types of stories are only going to continue until men put their foot down and stop allowing these false accusations. But with that in mind, I am Brazen Eagle. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.